Ciao. Ciao, everybody. Salut. Welcome. Hi, Priska. Hello, Sarah. Hello, Celine. Salut, Florine. Hi, Phoebe. My goodness. Angela, hello. Hi, Nina. Hi, Elenina. Salut, Camille. Hello, Anik, Lauren. I'm happy to see everybody rolling in. It's good to see you all today. And welcome to the 11th Mika Fan Club Instagram Live. It's hard to believe that it's June and that we've been doing this for 10 or 11 weeks now. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Deb, DC Deb, on the Mika Fan Club forum, and I'm the administrator there, and I have been for quite a while. And yeah, I'm really happy to see you all. Seems like there's quite a few people here now, so I guess we can get started. Every week I do a few, I guess, kind of announcements and sort of recap of things, and this week is not going to be any different. I wanted to wish happy birthday to a fan named Lucy 2005, and I think it's her birthday today, and to anybody else that's had a birthday this last week. I hope you had a good one. I know we're all in various stages of lockdown still, and it's probably weird to spend your birthday without the usual celebrations, the usual family and friends gatherings. So I hope you had a good birthday. As I said, we're in various stages of lockdown, and if you've been joining us for the last few weeks, you know that I'm in Northern Virginia in the U.S., just outside of Washington, D.C., and last Friday, my area finally sort of loosened some restrictions, and as you can see, I got a haircut. That made me feel so much better about myself. We're still not 100% open for business, but some places are opening now, slowly, and that's a good thing. And yeah, Daisy sees that I got my hair cut. It made me very happy. So it's the little things, you know. So I hope that wherever you are, things are improving also. I think in Europe, maybe you're starting to see some changes. Those of you that might be in South America, I think you're sort of where we were a month or so ago. So I feel for you, and I hope you're all staying safe. So let's see, who else is joining us? Lots of familiar names, people that I've seen a lot over the last few weeks. So welcome. Let's see. It's been kind of a crazy week, and you know, we are still dealing with the coronavirus, and this week we have been dealing with the aftermath of the death of a man named George Floyd, who was killed while in police custody. And as a result, there have been a lot of protests in the streets of almost every major city in the United States. And it has also, I think, reached many of you overseas. And it's sort of put a spotlight on racism and how it is still running rampant through our country and other places as well. Yeah, it's been a tough week. The news has been hard to watch, and it's been kind of difficult. Yes, someone says even in Iowa. Yeah, I was just seeing even in remote places like I think I saw something that said all 50 states have had protests. And some of them have turned kind of violent and difficult, very difficult situations. And here in Washington, D.C., obviously, we have the president. He's probably about a half an hour away from where I live, and a lot of the protests in D.C. have been really have turned. They've started out peaceful, but for some reason, as night falls, they seem to turn more violent and destructive. And it is something that obviously affects all of us in one way or another. And yeah, so it's been a kind of a hard week. But for the rest of this hour, we're not going to dwell on that too much, unless you all really want to talk about that a little bit later. It's a difficult, very complicated situation, very emotional and highly charged, and I'm not sure that discussing it here is necessarily wise, just because it's only kind of a one-sided thing. I'm talking at you, so it's kind of probably not a good way to have a good conversation, unless we were able to have many voices speaking here. Someone said, yeah, our president sucks, and I don't like to get real political with you guys, but yeah, he does. It's not a good situation here. So anyway, I don't mean to gloss over it or minimize it in any way. I'm just not sure that this is the best forum for discussing this kind of serious situation. So I am going to move on, and maybe we can talk about it a little bit later if you want to come back to it. I did want to address a couple things, though, that I saw on social media that sort of are an offshoot of this. People are accusing Mika Fan Club, or maybe not accusing exactly, but implying that that we are racist, or that we discriminate in some way. And I find that very unfair, because we obviously do not restrict who can be a member, and we can't force people to be Mika fans if they don't want to be Mika fans. So yeah, we're, everybody is welcome to join, as long as they have an interest and will abide by the guidelines that we have set, which are really just sort of common courtesy type things. And yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed at people who persist in saying that Mika Fan Club is a bunch of old white women. There are a lot of women who are old and white like me, but there are also young women, and there are plenty of people of color, and I don't understand why there's such accusations. But I can't say anything that's going to change your mind. If I start saying, well, this person is this and this person is that, you're going to think I'm rationalizing. And join the fan club, look around and see who make up our membership, and that's the best remedy for that kind of accusation, I guess. Anyway, moving on even further. Last week we did a trivia quiz, and I got a fair number of entries to the quiz, and a lot of you found it pretty challenging, and a lot of you found it fairly easy. But having said that, only a few people got all of the answers correct. So I chose at random from those few who had all the correct answers, and I have the winner who is has agreed to join us. I'm sorry, I'm reading comments while I'm talking, and that's why I'm kind of hesitating here. Anyway, yeah, so the winner is here, and I notified her earlier today. The winner is Marion, who goes by Mariposa, and also, I can't remember now if she's Mariposa on the fan club and Peronita on social media, or maybe it's the other way around, but she can tell you that. I know she is from Germany, and she has agreed to come in and talk to us a little bit while we talk about the answers to the quiz. And I will try to bring her in a minute. Would you like me to give the answers to the quiz first before I bring her in? Is that probably the better way, just to refresh your memory as to what the questions were? Let me do that very quickly, and then we can talk about it. The first question was, what song started out as a completely different song called China Boy? And the answer to that is Celebrate. The music did end up in a French song as well, but the China Boy lyrics, I guess, ended up being rolled into Celebrate, and you hear that on some versions of Celebrate, and Mika has sung a little bit of it in the middle of Celebrate sometimes. The second question was, the song Heroes was inspired by a poem, and I wanted to know the name of the poem and the author. And the poem was called "The Lads and Their Hundreds to Ludlow Come into the Fair." And the poet was A.E. Houseman, and it was about the soldiers returning from World War I, who appeared okay physically, but were suffering the effects of basically what we would call post-traumatic syndrome today. They were, damaged in invisible ways by the war. The third the third question was about Overrated, which originally started as a leaked demo in 2007. That's the first time we heard it. But Mika, in interviews, talked about how the song evolved, and in one interview he compared it to a Disney film, and that Disney film was Tron, because of the kind of electronic sound that the album version of Overrated had. We'll talk about that later. The question number 4 was, what do the songs Good Wife, All She Wants, Tiny Love, and San Remo all have in common? And the answer to that was that they were all co-authored with David Snedden. Some of you answered that they were all produced by the same person as well, which is I would have accepted, but the answer I really wanted was that they were co-written with David Snedden. Let's see. Number 5 was to name 2 songs that didn't appear on the original version of No Place in Heaven, but were on subsequent re-releases. And there were several answers for that. There was Feels Like Love. There was Beautiful Disaster. There was the Franco Battiato collaboration that Mika did, Center of Gravity. So there were a couple different answers for that. I guess there was a version of Boom 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 on the subsequent releases. So, yeah. Let's see. What's the name of the gospel choir who sang on We Are Golden? And what was the line of the song that they refused to sing? They were called the Andre Crouch Gospel Choir, and they didn't want to sing the song line, "No giving up when you're young and you want some." I guess, they were sort of a religious-based choir, and they felt that was a little bit too much. Let's see. What was the name of the song, the Nina Simone song that Mika sang on Jules Holland's Hootenanny? That was called Ain't Got No / I Got Life. One of my favorite early live performances that Mika did. If you have not seen it, you should look it up on YouTube. It's really, really good. Number 8, Calvin Harris did a remix of which Mika single? We Are Golden. And that's I'm not a big fan of remixes, but I really like that one. So if you can find that, that would be, I think you'd like it. Number 9, this was a question that stumped a lot of people. Mika used to write a lot of songs about his friends, and there was one song that he never recorded or released, but he performed quite often in his early tours in 2007, 2008, and that song was Holy Johnny. A lot of you said Century Man, and Mika did not perform that during his 2007, 2008 tours. I think he did it once at a private gig, but Holy Johnny he played pretty regularly during that period. And finally, the last question was, Amy Wadge was the co-writer on songs like Dear Jealousy and Platform Ballerinas, but she's a little more famous for co-writing with another British singer, and she's even won a Grammy with that British singer, and that singer is Ed Sheeran. So those are the answers. And now we'll sort of go backtrack a little bit and talk to Marion and talk about, she's seen Mika quite a few times, I know, and maybe she'll be able to share some anecdotes, some stories about some of the times that she's seen him. Hopefully, internet is going to cooperate and I will be able to bring her in. Let's see, Marion, get ready. Here we go. Oh, it's not starting out well. I can't even get, there we go. Nope. Nope, nope. Try it one more time. There we go. And there she is. Okay. It says, we are connecting.
Hi, Deb.
Hi, oh, I can hear you, but I can't see you. Oh
Can't
no.
see me. Okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't know what's wrong. I'm sorry. I tried to, I think I gave the authorization to the camera, but I don't know why it's not working.
I don't know. This has been happening at least once a week, and I don't know if it's
Yeah,
an activity thing, but what's probably going to happen is we're going to talk for a few minutes, and unless it connects, it's going to drop
yeah,
you. So,
okay,
well,
yeah.
we can try to talk fast. Um,
We can, yeah.
and see what happens, and maybe we'll eventually connect. Anyway, hello, and maybe you could introduce yourself to people who haven't met you.
But, yeah, sure. So hi.
Oh, well, there we go. We lost her that quickly. We're going to give it a minute, and then I will try to get her again. That's a shame, because, like I said, she's seen Mika a lot, and I'm sure she would have some good stories. Somebody said they saw a penguin when my camera turned around. Yes, I am. I am originally from a city called Pittsburgh, and we have a hockey team in Pittsburgh called the Pittsburgh Penguins. And so I am a big fan, and I have a couple penguins located on the other side of this room here, and that's what you were seeing. And I don't know why it does that, because you know the thing to tap to turn the camera around is up top here, and I'm tapping the button down at the bottom here, which is what I should, and so I don't know why it's turning the camera around. Anyway, we will try Marion one more time. I hope she's ready, and hopefully we'll have a little better luck. Okay, trying one more time.
Hi, Deb. I think it's
Hi.
the same again, right? Didn't,
Yeah,
nothing
yes.
changed.
I still don't see you, but
All right.
oh dear. Yeah,
So
it
I
must
guess
be,
it's
well,
not
oh,
working.
yeah, I'm sorry. Well, I'll tell you, I'll show, this is the t-shirt that I'll be sending to you, Marion.
It's amazing. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. That made
Marion
my
chose,
day.
she chose the t-shirt. And unfortunately, we only got extra larges. They gave us all extra larges, which I think they figured that would be sort of one size fits all. And and so I know
Yeah.
you'll be swimming in it, but as soon as I can get to a post office, we'll get it to you.
Thank you
So
so much. I'm really
yeah.
looking forward to get that.
Okay. Well, thank you too. You're staying on a long time, but I know as soon as we start talking, it's going to drop you again.
Probably, yeah.
Well, I'll say, there she's gone. Well, I was going to say goodbye for now, and thank you for playing. And hopefully, in the next time, maybe we'll try again, and we'll get you on here to talk about some of your travels to see Mika, because I know you've gone. I know that I saw you in New York, and I know you've gone all over to see him. So anyway, that sort of that sort of killed my plan for today. I did want to talk a little bit more about some of the songs because people keep asking me and saying that they'd like to talk about song trivia and Mika trivia. And we talked a lot about the connection between China Boy and Celebrate a few weeks ago. And so I think, you've sort of know about that. I wanted to talk a little bit about Overrated. If you want to hear. As I said, the first time I heard that was actually as a leaked demo way back in 2007. Somebody, right at the beginning of Mika's career, leaked about a dozen demos. And of course, they were circulating, they were making the rounds. And Mika had asked that we not share them at the time because he was not done with them. And as it turns out, several of them have wound up in becoming other songs. And Overrated is one of them. It sounds very different from the original demo. It's got completely different lyrics for the main part, although the chorus is still the same, and it has a definitely different feel. And an interesting thing about that song is even though it's on the album Origin of Love as a regular track and then also as a bonus track that it was done acoustically, Mika has only performed it live, as far as I know, with the symphonic orchestra. He has never performed it at a regular gig, and people that have been to more shows than I have might know better than me, but I think it's the only time that he's performed it live was part of a symphonic concert. So I think that's kind of an interesting thing about that song. Let's see. I also was going to talk a little bit about the some of the other songs Mika has not recorded yet. We talked about Holy Johnny, and as we were talking about it a few minutes ago, I saw somebody say Mika should do a record of all of the songs he hasn't recorded. And we do know a few of the songs that he's written that he hasn't, like Holy Johnny. And at the time, also in those early tours, he did a song called How Much Do You Love Me? And if you haven't run across that, you should look for that on YouTube. It's a great song, and I don't know why it never ended up getting recorded, but it was a great song, and he did that, early on at a lot of the shows. He did do a song called Century Man, which he performed a few years ago at a lot of the acoustic shows that he was doing, and that was actually supposed to be part of a movie. And the movie was supposed to star, I want to say Glenn Close and Nick Nolte. I forget what the name of it was, but the movie never happened, and therefore the song didn't happen. It didn't get recorded anywhere. There were some other songs. There was a song called Hialeah, which he performed also during that one acoustic tour. And at every concert, he would change the word Hialeah out for the name of the city. and that was really a pretty little song. So there are, some chestnuts out there, some songs that we haven't had recorded that would be kind of fun. Um, so let's see. I am going to try to bring some of you in. There are a few of you waiting to come in and talk, and we can do that for a little while, and hopefully the internet gods will smile on us a little better uh, than they did with Marion, and we'll try. Let's see who we have here today. Oh, no, I'm not even. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Okay, we're going to try Celine because we tried to speak to her last week and we were having trouble. So let's see if it's any better this week, Celine. We kept trying and failing.
Hello.
Ah, there she is.
Can
There
you
she
see me?
is.
Hello, Deb.
I can see you. I can see you and I can hear you.
Oh, you
So
can see me, but I can't see me. So anyway, it will be okay. How are
well,
you?
I'm very well, thanks. It's nice to see
Okay.
you. Yeah. So how are you coping? How are things there? You're in France?
Yes, I live in near Paris.
Okay. And how are things? They're going well?
Yes, yes. I don't. I'm sorry. I have a very bad English, so I prefer to talk to about Mika or anything else. Uh,
Well,
uh,
well,
Actually, I discovered Mika again only 3 years ago
okay.
during The Voice in France, and I went on the set several times, and I could analyze Mika's personality and his relevant arguments and his intelligence, his sense of humor. Anyway, it was very amazing. I discovered the man who he was, but the best of all were my two first gigs in last October in Paris,
Okay.
and I could see. After 3 years, Mika was a little bit shy, but he gave everything on stage, and I was the first time I saw him. And during Big Girl, I could see him going down into the crowd, and he was singing, and he was dancing, and he was jumping, and he was so crazy, and everybody around was so crazy too. And it's in my heart and in my mind forever, and it's a good memory. It's incredible.
Yes.
He's very charismatic, but in the same time, he's full of kindness, and he's so great. I love him.
Yes. Well, that is a very good word. He is very charismatic. He just has a way about him that just does charm you. So yes. Well,
Yes, I
so
had the
so you
chance
have
to meet him in a signing session, and at last I could have a picture with him, and it was the top of the top for me. So I'm very lucky.
I'm glad that you did have a chance to meet him,
Yes,
speak
thank
to him,
you.
and get a picture. That's nice. Yeah.
Yes.
So have you just seen him? Well, you said you saw him in this past October? This past, did you
Yes,
see him?
it
Did
were
you see him in December?
private gigs, and I I um I saw him overall after filming The Voice and overall. But
Mhm.
after gigs, I saw him in Strasbourg, and
Mhm.
we could give a present, and we could talk for a while, and it was so touching.
That's
Mm.
nice. That's very
Yes,
nice. Well, that's really good. I'm delighted that we finally were able to talk.
yes,
That's a good
me
thing.
too. I'm glad. You look
Yeah.
so touched and so troubled, but
So troubled?
yes,
Is that yeah.
by
Yeah.
what you said
Yeah. It's been a rough week. It's I think
yes.
maybe because maybe because I'm in Washington, D.C., and so the news is very nonstop. It's,
Yes.
no matter what channel, that's all you can find on the news. It's just, and it's so it kind of it brings you down. It
Okay.
wears you down. So
So
yeah,
don't talk about it
but
anymore.
that's right. That's it. Just turn it off. Yeah, it
Dave,
doesn't go away, even though you don't
Dave,
watch it.
I saw you loved nature and animals on your profile, and it's a good
Yeah.
thing because I'm a
Yes.
vegan. That-
Oh, well, yes, we have a lot of wildlife. One day when it's nice outside, I'll sit outside and do this outside with everyone. So you can
Okay.
see my you can see my squirrels and my birds. So
Okay.
yeah.
It would be
Well, thank you
great.
so much,
Thank
Celine.
you,
I
then.
am
Bye.
okay.
And thank
Bye
you,
bye.
you. Bye. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Okay, talk to you
Bye.
soon. Bye. Okay, so hopefully that means somebody said Marion has a different phone and she wants to try again. So we're going to try her again. Here we go, Marion. We're trying again. Ah,
Hi,
there, I
Dad.
see her. There she
Hi, good to see
is.
you.
Hi.
Hi.
It's good
Hi.
to see you.
Yeah, it's working now. I'm on a different phone now, so it seems to be working.
Yes, great. So,
Awesome.
so how are you? How are things there?
I think I'm doing kind of well. It's getting better here. Like they loosen up some of the restrictions. So, for example, yesterday and today was the first time in 2.5 months that I was actually at the office.
Oh,
Like
wow.
I've been working from home for the past 2.5 months, so
Wow.
didn't really leave my home a lot. So
Yeah.
yeah, it felt good to see some of my colleagues and just leave the house to go somewhere.
Right.
Yeah,
Yes. That's how I felt when I went for my haircut.
I
It was the
see.
first time I had driven my car in almost 3 months.
That's
I was
crazy, right?
driving, I was
Yeah,
driving thinking, I hope I don't make any mistakes. I forgot. So it was
yeah,
crazy. So
it's
yeah.
crazy. But yeah, I think slowly things are getting better everywhere. It takes time, but things will get better.
Yes, I hope so. Like I said, I think South America right now
Yeah.
is is maybe like a month behind us, and I know I saw some people commenting here that that South America they were
Mm.
still feeling it, and I know Brazil especially has been very hard hit. So
Yeah. I've been following the
um,
news, so yeah.
yes, and interesting for me, the woman who cut my hair is actually from Iran.
Ah,
And she has family there, and she said it has been very bad there too.
yeah, I've
So,
seen the news.
yeah, but
So fingers crossed it gets better everywhere.
yes, it's going to be a while, but yes, yeah. So
Yeah.
you came out ahead with the trivia questions. You found that hard or not so hard?
Um, well, actually, I couldn't answer most of them at the top of my head, but I was doing a lot of Googling and I was
Mhm.
looking on the MFC, and somehow I ended up finding all of the answers. I don't know how I did it, but I did.
Well, like I said, I think there was only one other person who had all of the answers right.
Wow,
So, yeah,
crazy. Yeah, but it was fun doing that, like
yeah.
looking
Well,
for the answers. Yeah.
Well, I imagine though that you knew a lot of them off. I mean, like you probably knew Holy Johnny, right? Off.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite memories. I love that song so much. It's like one of my favorite Mika Live songs ever. I love
Oh,
it.
good.
Yeah.
So, can you remember maybe the first time you heard it, or because he started doing it. I think he felt like he didn't have enough songs, just with one album. So he would add that in, and he would add Sweet Dreams maybe from the Eurythmics,
Yeah.
or
I
something
think
from
yeah.
the I Want You Back from the Jacksons or something.
So I know the first time I heard of Mika was Easter Sunday 2007.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because at the time I was living in France and
Oh,
I didn't go back home to Germany for Easter. So me and some friends, we just spent some time in the park, and one of my friends put on some music. And I was like all the time, oh, I like that song. What's that? Oh, this is another great song. What's that? And I didn't realize it's Mika. I didn't realize it's the same singer. I didn't know anything. I just thought, oh, it's amazing. So I was instantly hooked without knowing anything about him. And then it turned out he was live in cartoon motion. So yeah, and then yeah, I started like I wanted to see him live. I signed up on the MFC. I met so many amazing people. And like yeah, and in the very beginning, but it didn't stop. Like wherever like I was traveling for Mika gigs, I was meeting so many amazing people. So
What was the first? Where was the first time that you saw him? Was it in Paris?
first time was in Paris for the Fête de la Musique in July. Like it was a free gig with many artists, and Mika was just one of them. And I think he was performing 2 or 3 songs. And that's the first time I met people from the MFC in real life. So yeah,
that's very cool.
Then, yeah, and then I decided I wanted to see a proper gig. So then I started to do some of the gigs as well for the first tour. Yeah.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, and I think that's when he did Holy Johnny as well, but I don't remember where exactly I saw him.
Yeah, I can't remember. I think the very first time I saw him was June of 2007, and I'm pretty sure he did it then. I could be wrong, but I think he did it then.
Yeah.
So he started doing it fairly early on.
Yeah.
So
but that was fun. And then I couldn't stop attending gigs.
And I know you go to a lot of other shows besides Mika. So but would you say that he is one of your favorites or one of your top
definitely. 3? I think there's no other artist that I've seen so many shows. Shows off. Like I can't tell you how many Mika shows I've seen. Like maybe not in recent years because I'm very busy at work. I've got other stuff to do. But before, like when I still had a lot of time, when I was a student, I was traveling a lot. And like Mika shows, no matter if it's a small gig, like an intimate acoustic show, or if it's like a huge stadium concert, it's always special. So, and also like a big part for me is spending time with my Mika friends. So it's the gig itself, yes, it's amazing. Mika is an amazing entertainer. The show itself it's amazing, but also spending time with the people. It's what makes it extra special. Like that's how I feel.
Right, I totally agree with you. It's been such an enriching experience for me to meet so many different people from all over the world, and literally all over the world. You know,
yes.
And it's been amazing. I've said it before, but it is really true. I really love that.
And also like even when I was traveling, like not Mika related, like I was like, for example, I was in Hong Kong, I was in Malaysia and Iceland, and I was meeting local MFCers there, and we just spent some time, and they would show me around the country, and that was also amazing. So for me, it's all about the people, because I think like the MFC, like I don't know, like I haven't met a lot of people like I don't have a connection with, you know, like most people are just amazing. So
yeah. I think I might have even I remember when we saw you in London. And we got together in Covent Garden, right?
I remember that. Yeah, I met you and your husband. That was amazing.
Yeah. And I think that we were talking, and maybe I said it then, but it's just you have the opportunity to speak the same language with somebody that your whole vocabulary, your Mika vocabulary, right? Like if I say Max to you, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
If I say Holy Johnny to you, you know what I'm talking about. So it's that, like you have that whole special Mika language. And so you do have that connection and you feel like my people, these are my people. So it's a special, special relationship. Yeah.
And then there's so many memories to think back to, like even in times like these past few months. Like I'm very grateful for each and every gig I got to attend, and like I could just think about them or watch videos or talk about it with friends, and it makes me realize that like it's important. Like if you have a chance to attend a gig, just try to make it, because you don't know what would be the circumstances the next time you want to go somewhere. Like
Right.
if you can, you should try to make it.
Yes, I totally agree. And I'm definitely feeling that right now because I was hoping to go to Australia and I
Oh,
ended up not going and now, you know,
I can,
anyway, but
yeah,
it'll get better. So, well, I really
it will.
appreciate you taking the time to talk to us and it was lovely to see your face again.
Lovely to see you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'll get the t-shirt in the mail as soon as I can. And I'm going to try to bring in a couple more people before
Yes.
our hour is up. So thanks so
So,
much, Marion, and take
thank
good
you.
care. We'll talk to you soon.
And you. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Bye. Okay. Oh, I'm glad that worked out. Um, let's see who else is here. The hour goes so quickly. I don't know if I just talk too much or let's see who else is here. Okay, I see somebody called Holding Your Drink. I've seen that a lot lately. I'm going to call you and see if you want to come in and talk to us. Holding Your Drink. I love your screen name.
Hi,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I can't believe you picked me. Hi.
Well, like I said, I love that screen name and I wanted to see the person behind the name. So,
Okay, so yeah. Oh, I'm a bit baffled. Thank you.
can you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you? Or
Where am I? I'm in Germany.
you're in
Um,
Germany. Oh,
I'm in
great.
Germany too. Yeah, I'm in Cologne
Oh,
actually,
uh-huh.
and I'm a very new fan. So I'm very happy to hear all of these stories because I don't know Mika that well. I just
Hmm.
became a fan during the quarantine, and I love hearing these things that are so many songs that you can find on YouTube. And then after this live, I'm sure I'm gonna surf on YouTube and see and see all these songs. So yeah.
Yeah. So you don't have a German accent. So it sounds like
No,
you're from somewhere else.
I'm Dutch actually.
Are you really?
I'm Dutch. Yeah, yeah, I'm Dutch, and I found love in Germany. So I
Oh,
moved
nice.
to Germany. Yeah, 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 exactly. And
Well, that's wonderful. That's great.
yeah,
Well, I'm
yeah.
happy
Thank
that
you.
you've joined us. So if you're a fairly recent fan, how did you find Mika? You said during this
Actually,
whole lockdown.
during the whole lockdown, I was doing a lot of YouTube surfing
Hmm.
to say, and then I came across because I love music. So I also love like The Voice because everyone gets a chance. Yeah, we talked on MFC Melody. Yeah, we have. Sorry, I'm reading the comments. They get
I
very
know,
worried.
I know.
But
It's hard sometimes to
yes,
bounce back and forth. Yeah.
that is true. Yeah. So I was in my YouTube tunnel, and I saw The Voice, and I saw The Voice France, and I saw Mika. I think it was his audition,
Oh,
and
yes.
his charismatic nature. I loved it immediately, and I thought, this may be a very sympathetic man. And then he performed Grace Kelly. I'm like, I know that song. And I told this on MFC, and I have to really admit that I didn't like Grace Kelly at the beginning. So I could have been, I shouldn't say that, but I could have been a fan for 10 years. But because Grace Kelly didn't speak to me at that moment because it was just overplayed. I heard it so much that I was like,
Right.
no, this is too much. I turned off the radio. I'm so sorry. But but I loved this acoustic version of him that he did on A Voice. So so then I thought, no, no, I should give this man a chance, and
Uh,
so I did.
oh, good. Well,
Yeah,
so Grace Kelly is okay now, but
Grace Kelly is amazing. I love the acoustic version. I love the live version. I still am not a fan of the radio version, like but
mhm.
I love when he performs it live because you can really see and feel the intention behind the song, and that is not so much on the radio version. And in the end, that's what we're looking for is authenticity and emotion, and that is so much more in the live performances.
Right. So,
Yeah.
what would you say? Do you have a favorite? Have you stumbled upon a song that you're like, oh yeah, this is the one?
I have a new favorite every week. Like I love
I can
Platform
relate to that.
Ballerinas.
Yeah.
I mean it also because music is like a mood. So whatever I have a certain mood, I relate more to a song.
Right.
But yeah, but I'm doing a lot of artwork. So when I'm doing, you've already featured two of my pieces on the Mika fan club. Thank you very much for that. I was very honored. And I'm working on something. You want to see? I'm sorry. I'm working on something right now.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah. Oh, wow. Wow. That's amazing. That's
That
really
was
amazing.
that's actually
I
that's actually a piece I wanted to do. I wanted. Sorry.
no, that's amazing. I'm not an artist at all, and I'm very impressed though. Wow.
Oh, thank you very much. So I was one that was actually my pride drawing, but because I have three kids, it's just kind of hard to always work on it. So
Ah,
it's yeah,
so you
yeah,
have three children.
yeah, I do.
Wow.
Yeah,
Little, all little.
yeah, they're 2, 4, and 6.
Oh my
So
goodness.
yes, yeah.
That's
So
enough to
there's a
keep you very busy.
yeah. So having music to kind of even out things, and especially during quarantine, that is very nice. That is
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
So,
Oh,
and I
good.
found drawing again, and during quarantine because I never have time for it. So I'm very happy that I now have a favorite subject to draw and and
Well,
to
and
listen to
and
his
we're
music.
the beneficiaries because we're going to get to see it, right? You'll share it with us.
Yes,
So
I will share it with you, and hopefully you'll share it on Mika Fan Club.
yeah, no,
I'm honored
absolutely.
again.
Oh.
So yeah. So yeah, I'm working on it. I'm not sure when it will be finished, but I'm working on it.
Well, that's fantastic. Well,
Thank you,
great.
thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Well, I'm glad that we connected. I'm glad that the internet was kind to us and let
Yeah,
us.
thank you so much for picking me. I'm
Yeah,
I'm very happy.
yeah. Well, it was great to put a face to your name because,
Yes.
like I said, now I'll even hear your voice when I see that name. So that's
Yeah, yeah. That's so nice.
so.
That's so nice.
Yeah, so thank you, and I'm going to say goodbye and see if I can get somebody else to come in. We've got 10 or 12 minutes left, so
Oh, right,
um,
of course. Give a chance to
thanks.
someone else. Right. Thank you
Right.
very much, and have a nice day.
You too, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. All right, like I said, we've got about 12 minutes, so I'm going to try one more. Let's see here. Um, I'm going to try Carlotta Perotti. Okay, let's see, Carlotta. Oh, no, nothing happened there. We'll try one more time. Carlotta is unable to join, it says. Okay, internet does not like that. I don't know why. Okay, let's try Phoebe Des. Phoebe. It says waiting, waiting. Oh, there you are, Phoebe.
Hello,
Hi. Oh, there you
nice
are.
to
I can
meet
hear you
you.
now. Okay. Good to see you. So, how are you and where are you?
I'm in French.
You're in France, okay? And
Um,
how are you doing?
I'm in my bedroom.
Uh-huh. And are you doing okay? Are you dealing with the quarantine okay?
Oh, okay, that's okay.
Okay. Good. Yeah. So, um, are you a longtime Mika fan or new Mika fan?
Yes. Yeah, I was a fan of Mika since I was 7 years old.
Oh, wow, wow. And what was the first song that you heard that you fell in love with?
I think it's a happy ending.
Happy Ending. Okay. Yeah, so way back.
Yeah.
So have you been able to see Mika live?
Yes, I go to the Percy.
Oh, okay. So you saw the
Uh,
big show.
yes,
Yeah.
it was very great.
Yeah. Was it more than you expected? Were you surprised at the size?
I I was surprised.
Yeah. It was, I wish I had been there. I didn't get to go. I haven't been to Paris for a while. So, Yeah. And are you listening to Mika every day now? Are you enjoying the My Name is Michael Holbrook album? And
Yes, I like this album.
Mhm.
Every day I think I listening music of Mika.
Yeah, I am too. It's what gets me through the day, most of the days. So, well, thank you so much for joining us. Time is ticking away here, so I'm going to say au revoir, and that's all my French. That's it.
Oh, it's good.
Salut, au revoir. That's about it. So, merci. So, thank you very much, and we will talk to you again sometime.
Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, yeah, now, yeah, we're losing our time here. And I wanted to see if I could get one more person in. Let's see here. Is it gonna let me? Let's see here. I'm going to try Betty Puskas, if I'm saying that correctly. Betty? It's waiting. It's waiting. It
Hi.
says connecting. Ah, there she is. Hi, how are
Hi.
you?
You can hear me?
I can hear you and I can see you.
Ah,
So
okay.
that's two for two.
Okay.
So,
Okay. Hi.
hi. So, it's good to meet you. I've seen your name around on Instagram, but I don't know anything
Yes.
else about you. I don't know where you are. Are you in France?
Yes. I'm in France,
Okay.
but actually I'm a Hungarian fan.
You're Hungarian.
But I live in France about 3 years.
Ah, okay. Wow.
So
So have you been a longtime Mika fan, or did you uh, discover him recently?
no, I'm a fan from 2008.
Okay. So a longtime
So
fan.
yeah, I was 13 years old, and now I'm 25.
Okay. And what was the first song that you heard that caught your attention from him?
It was Grace Kelly,
It was Grace Kelly.
because it was every time on the radio, and I need to find out who it was and
Hmm.
what's the title, and then I discovered the other songs like Relax or Lollipop or the whole album.
Right.
And then I discovered the second album, and then I remember every release of album and every release of music video and every release of, I watched The Voice, I watched some
Right.
uh, X Factor, I watched some Casamika, but I don't speak Italian.
Well,
It was fun.
we have those translated. The Casamika TV shows are translated
Yeah,
on Mika Fan
I
Club.
found I found some
Yeah.
on MFC from 2010, but
Right.
I'm not very active,
Right.
I'm
Well, I
sorry.
know that the forum format a lot of people don't use as much anymore, but we do have those videos there. The links are there if you ever want to go back and sort of relive, the
Yeah,
past. So, yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
have you been able to see Mika live then?
I was 6 times, 6 times.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
was.
so
The last one was in Paris, also in Bercy.
in December. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody was at that show except me. So,
it was amazing.
yeah, it was
Um,
it was immense. Yeah.
because of the fan actions, the lightning papers and the um, um, the airplanes.
The paper
That
airplane.
was
Yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, it was impressive, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And he was so happy to to that.
right. You could see his face. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was amazing for sure.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us. I'm running short on time now, so I'm going to say
yeah. Thank
au
you.
revoir, and
Bye.
we'll speak to you again sometime, I'm sure. And take good
Yeah,
care.
bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm down to like the last few minutes, and I'm realizing that there was one thing I wanted to talk to you about that I forgot. Um, I was going to give you a little update on the yearbook for those of you who have already submitted things. It's rolling along. I'm doing the layout for it, and I just was going to share with you one page of the layout so you can see kind of what it's going to look like. This is the messages section. Those of you that sent in messages to Mika and a photo, this is kind of what the layout is going to be like. And I will give you progress reports as I get things done as we move forward. So yeah, I don't know if that's a little tease or whatever, but I thought you might like to see that. And anyway, yeah, so that's the hour is almost up, and I am glad that you were all able to join us here. I'm sorry if I seemed a little disorganized or distracted this week, but like I said, it's kind of been a difficult week. But I hope that things will get better. I hope that you're all staying safe. And for those of you that I didn't get to talk to this week, don't get discouraged. Keep trying. Next week I will try again to talk to more of you. And I'm working on another quiz, and people keep sending me ideas for music games, and I'm still trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to do that, but I will try. Not ignoring that altogether. And anyway, yeah, so like I always say, please stay safe and stay healthy, and I will see you again next week if you still want to see me. And yeah, and I'm just reading some of the farewell messages. Yeah, thank you all, and yeah, thanks. Okay, everybody's saying thank you, and I'm saying thank you from the bottom of my heart. It was nice to see you again this week. Take good care, and I'll talk to you real soon. Bye.